Let's look at what we have for Thanksgiving week. There's going to be a modified schedule for Thanksgiving. Thursday, there's going to be no class. On Friday, we're going to have one class in the morning and one class in the evening. So the morning class is going to be at 9 a.m. and it's going to be at CrossFit Alexandria. The evening class is at 4 p.m. and it's in Pineville at CrossFit 28. So we invite you from either gym to go to either one. So again, 9 a.m. in Alexandria, 4 p.m. in Pineville, and we're going to be doing our traditional post-Thanksgiving Day workout. So on Monday, we're going to start off with overhead squats. The last 2 weeks, we did back squats, and we did front squats, and we did overhead squats. And you may recall that a lot of times with our strength work, we'll do what we call a deload week. It's a method that we use to get you better results and get you stronger faster. And it just consists of backing off the weight a little bit when you get to a certain point in the strength cycle. And it lets your body recover and you come back even stronger, as opposed to if you just kept lifting heavy every single week. A lot of times it doesn't really make sense if you think about it. You're like, oh, I'm not working as hard, I'm not lifting as heavy. But you're breaking your muscles down, you're breaking your body down, so when they heal even stronger. And that's when we look at it on a day-to-day basis, but sometimes we need to look at it from more of a macro level, and we need to really back off on a lift for that week. So I say all that to get back to, you may notice that on squats this cycle we're not deloading, or we're not doing the typical deload, but we're kind of doing a disguised deload. I don't know, I just made that word up, disguised deload. There's really no such thing as that until right now. But our disguised deload is the overhead squat. So your limiter on the overhead squat is not your leg strength. If you can overhead squat 100 pounds, what's hindering you is not because of how strong your legs are, it's your shoulder joint, the stability and the strength there, and then it's your core that limits you. So when we do an overhead squat, it's kind of like a built-in deload for our legs, because we're not lifting as much. We're still lifting some with our legs, obviously, but we're not lifting as much as we were on a front squat or a back squat. So we are deloading this week on squats, but we're still going heavy on overhead squat. So I hope that made sense. After that, we're going to do 12 minutes of 20 wall balls, 15 pull-ups, 10 box jumps, and run 100 meters. This workout should be pretty steady and consistent through the whole 12 minutes. You shouldn't get one round really fast and completely fall off. Pull-ups, may slow you down just because of muscle endurance. So be sure and think about pacing those early. You don't want to burn out on a set, because that just slows you down for later in the workout. So if you can get a set of 8 pull-ups unbroken, but you can't get 9, you'd probably want to do reps of about 5 on this workout. Break them up early. That way you can last through the whole workout. Because if you get 8 reps on the first round, maybe do that on the second round. But once you get further into it, you're only going to be able to get about 2 or 3 reps. So if you could get 5 reps the entire workout, that would be much better than getting a big set at the beginning and falling off at the end. Wall balls, a lot of you will be able to do those unbroken. Some of you may have to break them up into sets of 2, or like 2 sets of 10. On Tuesday, we're going to snatch, and we write the word squat in here just because we want it to be very clear that we want you to go into a full squat on the snatch. And the reason for that is really twofold. One, you will be able to lift more weight whenever you learn how to squat under it. But another reason is mobility. So almost everybody we see that's not able to squat snatch is due to mobility. So by doing that, that actually increases your mobility. Overhead squat, which is what you're doing when you do a squat snatch, is like one of the best exercises you can do for mobility. So We're improving your technique and your mobility by getting you to squat. If you can't get up to your normal weight, that's fine. Just back off a little bit, do a heavy weight that you're able to squat under it. Then we're going to do a fast burner here, something that's really going to be a gut check. So we're doing 3 rounds of 12 hang clean and jerks, 115-75. That weight should not feel heavy. Now maybe by the time you get to rep 10, 11, or 12, it'll be heavy. But what I mean by heavy is you shouldn't be breaking these up into reps of 3 and 4. You should be able to get through 12 hang cleans either unbroken, definitely unbroken on the first round, maybe breaking it up on the second and third round. But so if you can't get through the first round unbroken, back off on that weight. Then a 100-meter sled pull, 115-85. That's 2 45s on the sled for guys. It's a 45 and a 15 for ladies. That's lightweight for 100 meters. So you should be running on that sled. The only time you should need to slow down here is because you just can't take it anymore. So like I said, this is a real gut check workout. It's not going to last 12 minutes like the day before. It's going to be fast, but you're probably going to be wishing that you had just a long 12 or 20 minute workout instead of this. I hope that encourages you to come on Tuesday. On Wednesday, deadlift, heavy deadlifts. Then with a partner, you're going to complete everything you see there. I was looking to see nothing really to explain there. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. Just notice on the kettlebell swings, that is the heavier kettlebells. And on the lunges with the kettlebell, you could just hold this in the front rack position like you're doing a goblet squat. Thanksgiving, no class. The day after Thanksgiving is what has become a CrossFit Alexandria and now a CrossFit 28 tradition. We're doing a workout called Filthy 50. I don't have it written, but you can just Google Filthy 50 and you'll find it. It's 10 different exercises, 50 reps of each exercise. You have to complete all 50 reps before you can go on to the next exercise. This kind of accidentally became a tradition. Our first Thanksgiving at CrossFit Alexandria was in 2011. We opened in December of 2010, so we missed Thanksgiving that year. But in 2011, we did Filthy 50 the day after Thanksgiving. The next year, we had moved to our current location. We did Filthy 50 again, just by coincidence. And so the next year, we were getting ready to program, and Catherine, Fit Paleo Mom, asked why we weren't doing the tradition. And so she was like, well, we did Filthy 50 the past 2 years. So we just decided to make it a tradition. So we've always done Filthy 50 the day after Thanksgiving. We usually have a lot of people. It's a lot of fun. It's a long workout. It's actually the first CrossFit workout I ever did. I was just going to a regular gym, the old Premier gym, and I say old because like Premier's not here anymore. I was there and I just had heard of CrossFit. This was in 2007. So I just went to the website and like Filthy 50 was the workout. So I did it. I couldn't finish it. At like 50 minutes, I had gone through, I think 7 minutes. At 50 minutes, I had gone through the first 7 exercises. And I thought CrossFit was just like that. I thought every workout was just like that. Then for some reason, I kept doing the workouts. I did Filthy 50 again, probably a few months later, and still didn't finish it. I got into like an hour. But now I've gotten to where I can finish it, but it still takes me a long time. This is a long workout. Don't eat too bad on Thanksgiving because you don't want to see it again on Friday. On Saturday, we're doing a partner workout. 400-meter sled pull, 40 shoulder to overhead, 40 power cleans. You'll use the same barbell as you did for shoulder overhead, 40 burpees over the bar, and then finish with a sled pull. Everything can be split up however you want, even the sled pull. The sled pull is separate pulls, so you're not pulling this at the same time. All right, enjoy your week.